My first time getting drunk is probably one of the most memorable moments of my life. I remember it like it was yesterday. Now, this story starts when I was 15 years old. I mean, I did have alcohol before I was 15 to look cool with the boys, but I had never been properly drunk. So boom, 15 years old, probably still going through puberty, pimples in my face and mustaches in areas other than my face. But anyway, one day I go to school and I realize it's my boy's birthday. I wish him a happy birthday and then he tells me that he's throwing a house party after school. Now, instantly, I am gassed because my boy, let's call him Tom. Tom is a rich dolly and he's just told me that he's going to be throwing a house party after school in his mansion. So I just know it's about to get lit. So anyway, the bell rings and the school starts and I go to my lesson. So I get to my class and everyone sat there talking about how excited they are for Tom's party. So I'm sat there thinking in my head, like, what is the whole school coming to Tom's party? Is this about to turn into some Project X kind of party? Because if it is, bro, I'm even more excited. So I message Tom. I'm like, yo, how many people did you invite to this party? Because everyone is talking about it. And he says, bro, what do you mean? It's just our friendship group and a few girls. And I tell him, bro, everyone's planning on coming. Like, I'm looking around the room and even the nerds are sat there talking about what they're gonna wear to the party, bro. I know for a fact you definitely didn't invite them. And Tom's like, bro, I can't let that happen. I can't have like 200 people around my yard. My dad's gonna go crazy. I could tell this guy Tom was stressing. Like, he didn't want to be a dickhead and tell half the school that they're not invited to his party. So what he did instead was actually genius and I gotta give him credit. This guy went on Snapchat and posted a story saying that the party's been cancelled. And only myself and a few of our close friends knew that the party was still going on. And bear in mind, when he posted the story, I'm still in the class filled with people excited about the party. They're all talking and chattering, and out of nowhere someone says, the party's been cancelled, check Tom's story. And as soon as he said that, it was like someone died. The class instantly went silent. It was in sync. I felt like I was in a sitcom episode. After a couple of seconds, everyone sat there whining and complaining. Like, the whole vibe of the classroom just took a U-turn, bro. And I had to join in with the complaining. I couldn't let them know I was the one who snitched. So now there's only a few people coming. Tom, me, my best friend, a girl who he has a crush on, her friend, and Tom's boy, who was kind of a nerd. So there were like 6 of us. It went from being a party to like a little gathering, which I didn't really mind because sometimes those little gatherings are so much more fun than actual parties. But yeah, now I'm even more excited because my boy, let's call him Darnell, he's just found out that girl that he has a crush on is coming to the gathering. And I just know Darnell's gonna try to pull a move on her and I'm just gassed to see how this unfolds. So boom, school finishes and I'm gassed to go to Tom's house. I grab my jacket, I grab my bag and I'm ready to go. And the teacher's on some, the bell doesn't dismiss you, I do bullshit. So this old hag continued the lesson for 5 more minutes for some reason. Don't you want to go home? Is your life that shit to the point where you want to stay in school? 15 minutes later, I'm on my way sprinting home. I quickly get changed, hop out of the shower, jump on my bicycle, and I'm pedaling full throttle towards Tom. I finally get to his place and I knock on the door, and his MILF of a mother opens the door. Oh my god, she was so fit. A little fun fact about Tom's parents is Tom's father is a wealthy man. And when you are a man with money, you'd want to be waking up next to a beautiful wife every morning. And that's exactly what Tom's father did. His wife was absolutely gorgeous, bro. And me being a 15-year-old going through puberty with raging hormones all over the place, I got so nervous every single time I saw Tom's mother. She was like a model, fam. I'm sat here daydreaming about his mother. I actually feel so disrespectful. Anyway, she lets me in. I go to Tom's room, everyone's already there, and he's telling me, yo, my parents are about to leave in a couple of minutes, it's about to get lit. And that's exactly what happens. His parents leave and you have the whole mansion to ourselves. Now, the vibe of the house was immaculate. We were like 2 hours in and everyone sat there chilling in the living room with music blasting, food everywhere that Tom's mom prepared for us. And Tom, out of nowhere, he goes, are you guys ready to actually get started? I didn't really think too much of it, but he brings everyone to his dad's office and there's like this big ass wooden wardrobe. And as soon as he opened up this wardrobe, I knew what was about to go down. And I could tell from the look of everyone's face lighting up, shit's about to get real. Because what we saw inside that wardrobe was bottles and bottles of alcohol. And looking back at it now, that shit seemed hella expensive as well. So boom, now we're all holding bottles of wine and we're making our way back into the living room. We start off elegant, you know, everyone's got a glass of wine. We're sipping on it, talking, you know, having a great time. 30 minutes in and we're downing that shit like mango juice, bro. Everyone is getting lit, especially that nerd kid that I mentioned earlier. Let's give him a name, Ben. Now, Ben was this quiet, nerdy friend of ours. We never really even expected him to drink, but this guy was getting lit, bro. He was gulping up the wine straight from the bottle, fam. He was getting lit. He had his shirt off. He was spinning it around like a helicopter propeller, dancing to the music. This guy was gone. And Darnell, my boy, he is just as gone. I feel like the alcohol gave him some confidence because he messaged me saying he's about to make a move. So I'm just sat there chilling on the couch, observing what he does. He stands up and dances with Tom for a little bit and he goes and sits next to his crush. Let's call her Emily. He strikes up a conversation with her. 5 minutes later, they're both sat there kissing each other. And I'm gassed for my boy. No way did he pull it it off. And as I'm watching Darnell, I make eye contact with Emily's friend, who was sat there watching them as well. Now, we all know where this is going, right? She gives me the look, and I know it's go time. So I go over to her and sit by her side, and we're talking for a bit, and she leans in for a kiss, and you know what I mean? I did my thing. Tom and Ben are just sat there laughing because they're drunk, and they can't believe what they're seeing. Anyway, I don't want to get too much into the details, but shit went down, and my first time getting drunk properly was actually lit. I have plenty of stories like this. If you guys want to hear more, just subscribe.